I've heard all about Star Trek conventions, and now I'm finally here, and I'm in a board chamber or something like that. I'm not really sure. All I know is it's interesting people and things to do here. So keep me up, Scott. And are you a Trekker or a Trekkie?
Depends on the day.
Yeah?
Yeah. Generally speaking, if I'm talking to somebody who does not appreciate Trek like I do,
right,
I'm a Trekkie.
Okay.
I'm a Trekker. But when I get around people who get it like I do, I can...
So this weekend you're a Trekkie, definitely.
I'm a total Trekkie this weekend.
Okay. What's the difference between a Trekker and a Trekkie? I'm not sure.
I don't know. I guess it's personal preference.
Yeah.
So, from what I understand...
Oh, okay.
And I
Here's the expert,
misinformed.
Captain.
This is just what I've read. The original group of Trekkies were largely women, and when men started getting into Star Trek, they just didn't like the sound of Trekkies because, I don't know, it sounded too feminine or something. So they decided to go for Trekkers, which sounds a little bit more...
like truckers.
Straight-laced,
yes,
like truckers. Like Trekkies became sort of a term for people who were like a little too into it, a little wild. And so people tried to distance themselves from that. But I mean, unfortunately, you like the stage.
I want to be.
You want to be a Trekkie?
I was like, I want to be a Trekkie. Yeah. I was like, I knew. Even before I got into Star Trek, I was like, one of these days, I'm gonna watch Star Trek and I'm gonna become a Trekkie. I was like, I knew at some point it was gonna happen. And I was like about, I was in my teens. I was like, one of these days, I'm gonna be one of the Trekkie adults. And then it happened, and here I am, closing in on 30. And I was like, I'm gonna be a Trekkie, and now I am. It totally happened.
Hey,
Fulfilled your life.
I know. I look
You don't look
like
a day under 20, over 29, really. Yeah, yes, 28, yes. It must be the years. Now, why do you think Star Trek has it's been 50 years? Why do you think it has persevered and become such a cultural force?
We grew up on it. You know, your parents raised you on it, so it's like been passed from generation to generation.
Well, I grew up on Bullwinkle too, but there's no Bullwinkle conventions.
Yeah, I know, but it's this weird culture.
Yet.
Yes.
What is about Star Trek that has lasted 50 years? Why do you think?
Wow, you know that's such a huge question.
How has it resonated for you? Why?
Just that the future can be a wonderful thing. That technology and science can make all of life better for humans, and humankind can survive ourselves and be more successful and happier in the long run. So many other sci-fi films and franchises always portray the future as dystopian and dark and evil, and there's always horrible war and Holocaust and misery and suffering, and Star Trek is the opposite of that.
Now that's a dig of Star Wars, isn't it?
Yep.
Now, do you hate Star Wars?
No, I do.
Oh, okay.
I'm
you
a fan
do.
of Star Wars, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I love Star
So I thought there was, that was Star Wars, Star Trek beef. I didn't know if there's
You
beef.
know what?
Star
all
Wars,
of the,
man,
all
like-
of the Trekkies I know like Star Wars, but then all of the really hardcore Star Wars fans I know are like, oh, Star Trek sucks, and I'm like,
And it's so bizarre because there's such a massive difference between a Trek and a war, and I don't understand why you would
Right.
try to
I don't know why they
conflate
can't
them.
coexist. They're located in two completely different galaxies, first of all. So
Yeah,
like they can
yeah.
they can coexist.
Right.
And then there would not be any Star Wars without Star Trek. Like I don't think that is up for debate.
Facts.
And then they're two completely different genres.
Right.
Star Trek is sci-fi and Star Wars is sci fantasy.
Right.
Like
they are both so good.
yes.
Yeah.
One has the zip zops and one has the pew pews. Like, come on, we like both of these things.
There's people around here I've seen, and don't let it spread around, but they're selling Doctor Who and Babylon 5 stuff. Is that sacrilege?
I don't think so. I think people have all sorts of interests, and it's great when you come to conventions. This is actually my first, I go to, a lot of different Comic-Cons, but
Right.
I've never been to, a specific fandom con, so it's awesome to be here, mostly Star Trek, but people are interested in all sorts of things, so I think it's great. I've seen a couple Jedi running around, which is awesome.
Oh, I hope they get jumped.
I personally wanted to do something to commemorate the 50th anniversary. And because Star Trek is so beloved worldwide,
Right.
I wanted to find out if there were other cake artists that felt the same way, the same affinity. And so finding them and asked them if they wanted to join me and celebrate it together, and we would post it on social media. And so we did. We got 18 artists together, and then we reached out to Roddenberry to ask them if they would share it on their social media,
That's great.
and then they asked us to come here.
Wow.
And so that was pretty special.
I gotta tell you, cake smells good. It's gonna be a shame eating it because it does the extravagant. Nobody's eating these.
No, nobody eats these. These are for display purposes only,
Right.
so they're not internally cake,
Right.
but these represent what we do every day.
Okay.
So, but the edible art that you see on the outside is all the same materials: fondant, modeling, chocolate, edible paints, and
Right.
and that sort of thing. So they represent what you can eat in
Right.
order from a cake artist.
Right. So as a cake artist, when you make such an extravagant design, you hate to see people just dig into it, right?
No, that's part of the fun.
Yeah.
You eat with your eyes first, so you want them to enjoy the hard work you put into the decoration.
Right.
But we're also bakers, and we excel at that, so we want you to enjoy it too.
Sure.
So we want you, after it's had its chance to be photographed and enjoyed visually and talked about,
Right.
get the knife out and stab the crap out.
What is your prime directive?
I don't really have one.
Really?
I kind of make it up as I go along.
Yes, as you can see, so do I. Yeah.
But I've been a closet nerd for a long time,
Right.
until I met my husband. So
Oh, okay.
let's see, that's when.
So your husband
slowly
brought out the
to
nerd
me.
in you.
Yeah.
The nerds have taken over, obviously. They rule the world.
Age of the geek, baby.
Okay, so you are geeks.
So we need to stop pretending that we have somehow not won.
We did. We
Yeah,
won.
we won. We
No,
won.
I'm saying you won,
Yeah.
but if nerds are so smart, what took so long?
See, I think we've always been in charge. It's just a matter of we're not subtle about it anymore.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a matter of what's become mainstream.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, now that it's mainstream, we can show our nerdy pride, and everyone will just be like, okay,
And
yes,
we can
that's
stop
right.
making TV shows portraying ourselves as the victims.
Please, oh my God.
I'm so sick
Such
of that.
as?
I'm not gonna say it because then I'm gonna get the dog pile of everyone being like,
I'll take it.
Does it
I'll
have
take
the bazinga or what?
I'm not gonna say it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Bazongle.
But dingle dang.
Oh. I heard a rumor that Sue's gay. Is that true?
It's not a rumor.
Oh, okay.
Totally gay.
Huh?
Very, very gay.
Oh, yeah?